Hey, look, how we doing today? If I have given any information, I want to say first of all, if I have given any information or if there's not any something that I left out, look, just please, just fill it in the comments box or whatever, okay, and so forth. And no, I don't know everything, but I just think that I've read up on it enough and listened to enough people talk about it to where I think I could say a few things about this incident. Now, I've seen this incident happen other times. History just keeps repeating itself. And I don't want to be the person that's going to sit up here and jump on the newer generation, the generation under me or whatever. Okay, because we had the same issues in our generation. This stuff happens probably like in the 60s and 70s, like groups like the Temptations, or for example, okay, if you've seen that movie, okay, but it does say that money is the root of all evil in the book of Luke. Okay, there's so many scriptures about money. All right, there's a few hundred. Okay, that turns out to be the demise and not a good one for Israelites or people that were Bible toters back then. Okay, the money just keeps causes society to be overthrown. Okay, a certain society and another one to come in, causes wars and that type of stuff. Okay. That being said, like these guys have been on my mind is the Migos group. Okay. And we already know that it's with the loss of Takeoff over a doggone dice game, which I just think is just very unprofessional, and a lot of things don't turn out good with these dice games. You know, uh, I just think that you should go to the casino if you want to go gamble, where you can do it legally. Come out here to Las Vegas, where I reside. Okay, but I understand that there was a fight, and I think I made some comments about that, those Grammys, okay, which is basically occultic practices in your face. And if you don't really understand somewhat what goes on with that, with the signs and so forth, okay, the way that they dress and some of the lyrics that they talk about, the messages, okay, that you're gonna miss out. All right. But it's my understanding. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say that it was an alleged fight backstage and so forth. Okay, over who's going to perform in memory of the rapper Takeoff between Quavo and Offset. Okay, I've made a few videos about these guys, because it's really heartbreaking because since I've been doing Uber back in 2016 and I leave the airport, you go to like Dre's or you go to Cromwell and all that, you'll see 3 or 4 signs with those guys on there. I mean, these guys, you look up, they were just as big as some of these guys like David Copperfield or Celine, okay, Rod Stewart, also like Reba McEntire, and you see the Migos right up there, man. Those guys are rock star. They got it all. They got the lyrics, they got the style, the look. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's just kind of a tragedy to see things end up like this. But you've seen it happen with Run DMC, NWA. And if you really want to go back, we can go back to like KRS-One. Remember Boogie Down Productions? Y'all older heads, if you about 45 and up, with Scott LaRock and KRS. Okay, not saying that they fell out or whatever. Okay, but somebody was taken out over a woman. Okay, Big L. That type, and many others, as far as in groups and so forth. All right, but it's alleged that something with the guy, I forgot his name, Jay Prince, okay, are beefing on the internet, all right, and saying stuff that may incriminate himself, his family, and Migos, Okay, now I don't know what's going on behind the scenes or whatever. Okay, but I just seen this too many times where I just think this event is just like a money grab with Takeoff, and I just think that it's some bad deals. Okay, that people were in on it. All right, and some bad deals that fell out over the table, and these guys are falling out. Now, it's my understanding that one of these guys, I believe it's Offset, his life may be in danger. Okay, where he may end up being left out. Like he may not want to have a part to do with it anymore because some guys are messing around and got themselves bit off more than they could chew with these damn 360 deals. Okay, where you get a pork barrel contract with your record sales, uh, concerts, endorsements, that type of thing. Okay, where you get a certain amount of millions of dollars. Okay, and you got to find a way to make that money back, or you owe. You're going to be billed. Okay, and you may have a life insurance policy, for what I understand. If they can't get that money back, guess what? All right, that life insurance policy is like a stock tip. Guess what? You are the stock tip. Okay, and I think that this is what this whole ordeal is all about. Okay, usually about money and a lack of togetherness. People just as a group, and these guys started out years ago. Okay, like I don't know, when they were late teenagers. So that was probably what, 10 or 12 years ago, back in '09, selling, CDs out of cars out there in Atlanta, okay, until they can get, you know, to where they got, where they need to go. But once, just like a lot of these different entertainers and athletes, once they start getting that money, I think that they forget, they're so caught up into that and the fame to where I think that the message of them, these groups trying to, get in there to that threshold together, it gets lost in translation. If you don't believe me, look at the Straight Outta Compton video, for example. Okay? Usually until they get hit rock bottom. Somebody gets puppeted, maybe the leader of it gets puppeted through somebody else. You see with Jerry. Okay? I don't know if Jay Prince, might have had anything to do with all right, but those guys are basically, puppeted to with gatekeepers, I'll just say. Okay? Because look, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that they are having anything to do with it, but you're hearing about people like Drake and others, okay, where they may be other rappers, and I've said this thing before, made comments like people like Testacion, okay, that I'm hearing about, okay, that these guys are being taken out. Next thing you know, these gatekeepers or whatever guys has been around, all of a sudden now they care, okay, when they get puppeted. A leader gets puppeted, and then you may have other guys in the group that just wanted just to make their money, or some people don't want to have nothing to do with it anymore. Okay, well, it doesn't work out like that, because once you sign that deal, there ain't no going back. All right, and I think that's what that video somebody showed me about Takeoff signing that contract where they had the gun right by it. Basically, what he did, he signed his own death certificate. That's basically what he was, and I think that he didn't even realize that he turned out to be an unwilling participant of his own demise, his own death. I just think that there could have been a way to work that out. It's my understanding that success at a certain point would start to tank. You may have you might have about 5 years once you reach that threshold up that apex before you started going down. There could have probably been a way that I was here that group was breaking up. Maybe they could have did their own projects and found a way to get back together, like Wu-Tang did, okay, for example. And then they was able to get back together, and they had, I think, like 3 platinum albums. But there could have been a way that there's plenty of money that could have been made, but I just think that, once again, that, we want things done so fast and right now and so forth, okay? then I think that we lose, as a society, we losing our ability for critical thinking. And I think that this is, in conclusion, what this is all about. It's about money, jealousy, lack of togetherness. Okay. And I got to tell you, as people that look like me, and it's not just us, okay, but we get into a me society and we want it fast and want it now. But, I just think that in the so called black community, this is one of the things that, that reason why that we're busted because we're not on code. So let me know what you think about the video, y'all. It's really a heartbreaking story here, a story that, you know, you these guys that come up on top, and that next thing you know, now they're tearing apart at the seams.